Finally, we got time to sit down and explain why we flew all the way to Korea just to buy this computer.
So we did not just fly all the way to Korea because we thought it was fun, even though it is, but we also bought it because we wanted to enter the world of AI.
No, I think the main reason why we flew all the way to Korea was because Tam thought it would be really fun. And then the second reason why is because we had to get this computer because we had ordered it online and...
we could only find it in Korea.
Yeah. So we'll tell you more about the specs and why we had to fly all the way to Korea later in this video.
Like anything Nick and I do, if you know us, we go from one extreme to the next. So when Nick said he wanted the 256 gigabyte Mac Studio,
I said we just needed the 96 gig Mac Studio.
Even worse.
But Tam's decided to go to the 128. Then she said she wants the 256, and then we landed up on the
512 gigabytes. Now, if you guys don't actually know, the 512 gigabytes is the unified memory of the Mac.
Why are you looking at me?
Because I am still learning, okay, guys? I'm going to be very upfront with you. I am learning this, so please learn with me. And if I do mistakes, we're all human.
Basically, the RAM is unified, which means that we don't separate between VRAM and RAM. So we can use the full RAM to run our AI agents. So normally, the other computers, like the Windows computers, you'd have RAM and VRAM, and most of the AI agents will run on the VRAM. So depending on how much VRAM you have, depends on how big the model you can add onto your computer.
So the reason why I actually convinced Nick to get the 512 unified RAM on the Mac Studio was actually because I was looking at a lot of AI YouTube videos and they kept having like all these really cool things that the AI could do. So I was like, oh, imagine if AI could do that. Oh, imagine if AI could do this. You know, and not actually comprehending what is doable or not. I just thought that is what we needed. So that is why I convinced Nick we needed to go all in or not at all.
Well, the other reason why is because the 96 gig Mac Studio, if we had to order it today, it would take about 3 to 6 months before we could actually get the unit. And so that was out of the question. And
so we had to look at the second-hand market, and luckily we were able to look at around 5 or 6 different countries. We looked at Hong Kong, Singapore, Taiwan, Korea,
and Japan.
So those are the 5 countries we actually looked at buying a Mac Studio from. And goodwill, it fell into our lap that we were able to find one in Korea.
Well, we actually were very lucky because the 512 is basically a unicorn. You can't find it anywhere online. And even if it comes on to the Apple refurbished site, all these Mac Studios, whether it's the 512, the 256, even the lower 36 ones, those go within 5 minutes.
Yeah. So a little bit of a backstory. Actually, Nick and I saw one being sold in Singapore, and Nick and I thought we had a 30-minute time frame to discuss if we thought it was worthwhile to fly to Singapore to buy the 512 gigabytes. And by the time we convinced ourselves and we were ready, it was sold. And Flock, when we saw the next one, which came out in 3 days.
I think they had a 256 gig one as well as a 512. And obviously Tams decided that we would take the 512. And the only reason why Tams decided to take the 512 is because she saw how quick the Singapore one got sold. Because before that, we were debating like, oh no, the reason why we can take our time is because, I mean, who's going to pay $10,000 for a Mac Studio? But when she saw that it got sold so quickly, that's why we pulled the trigger so quickly for the Seoul one and basically had to fly there to pick it up.
Basically.
Yeah.
So why did we go local? The most important thing I think for us was we wanted having something in our control, as well as I'll put my hand up and say I'm extremely frugal. So frugal that I do not like subscription models because I think they just eat into your bank account and they keep eating. So basically, I wanted it to be local so that we firstly didn't have that. I'm okay with a once-off upfront fee that we could control, and that's why we went local.
But the other thing is also, looking online, what made us think we should get the local was because we wanted our AI agents to run 24/7. So currently our AI agents prospect for us 24/7. They mine YouTube content for us 24/7. They create posts for us 24/7. Yes, we still have to go through, check it, and see whether it's on brand. But because it's all local and we've downloaded for the last 4 weeks, we actually put our brain into the Mac. It basically has all the context that it needs.
Exactly.
And the other reason why we wanted to build this AI agent is because we feel like it's an asset for us in the future. Because as AI gets smarter, the advantage really is that it has all the context on us. And if we start building the context, our second brain, or everything that it learns about us from now, it would be able to serve us better in the future. So as AI gets better, it would just be able to serve us better and better. And so that's why we thought we'd start now. Even though we've been thinking about AI
for 2-3
years. We just didn't start because we felt like the barrier to entry then was too high and we didn't have the capacity to run our design agency as well as then still learn a whole new industry at the same time.
So what changed? Nothing. We just made a decision is if that's something we want to do, we just have to commit to it. And that's why we are here now talking to you guys.
Well, and the other reason what changed is that AI has just become a lot easier to implement. Like we didn't have to know anything about code to build what we've built, which we can show you. And that just made it a little bit more approachable for us, and we don't have to connect a whole bunch of things. We could talk to AI like we were talking to a friend.
Another thing I'm pretty sure everyone's been talking about it currently is the crazy increase of the Apple prices. So what we paid around $10,000 for our all spec'd out Mac Studio, it's now currently going for $16,000.
Yeah, so well, within a month we made like $6,000. That's if we sell it though, which we are not planning to sell.
So no one contact us. Ours is not for sale.
Yeah, our AI agents do way too much for us right now, and I can't see how we could actually run without it. It does a lot of the things for TAMS. It actually saves me hours, and also the headache of going to find prospects manually. It's actually worth it just doing that. And I feel like that would actually cost so much money if we had to run this 24/7 on API costs.
Yes.
And so that's the beauty of local, is that you can run it 24/7. You don't have to worry about API costs. You don't have to worry about any of that. So I think that's worth it. But the pros I would say of cloud is that it's much faster. So if you have an urgent project that you need to get done right now, then you would probably need to use cloud. So we still have access to both, which is great. We just have the local guys do all the heavy lifting, and the cloud guys where we need them to execute right now.
Yeah, if like we've got an urgent report we need to get done, we'd rely on APIs.
There's a lot of things that we didn't know it can do, but I guess Tams is right. The reason why we bought it, because we didn't know what we didn't know, and we are so glad that we bought the 512, because right now, at this stage, I feel like buying another one, but we can't find one. It takes a few months sometimes for you to actually even see another one on the market. So if you are getting into AI, and you see a 512, just buy it. It'll be worth it.
If monetary is a doorstop for you from getting the 512, like we did, I recommend just getting any computer, and then you can start at least with like a $20 subscription plan. Just get your toes wet, get into the industry and just learn something. Then just go knee deep like we did, if that is a roadblock for you.
Yeah. If you've been following us or haven't been following us, because we haven't made a video for the last 2 years, and the reason why is just we've been traveling a lot, doing a lot of different things, and work has been really, really busy. But I guess those are just excuses, and we coming back to make these videos just because we actually regret not making the videos from the very start of our design agency that we built up. And we just wanted to document the process again so that we can look back one day to see how cool the process was, from not knowing anything about AI to actually building a 6-7 figure business with AI.
So now you know our goal, and I hope you'll stay along with us for the journey so you can learn with us and seeing where we end up.
And the other reason why we wanted to document this was just to show you, or show anyone, that you don't actually need to be smart to build a 6 to 7 figure business. I mean, if smart was one of the requirements, we definitely wouldn't be in that race.
Exactly.
So yeah, hopefully we can show you guys through this, also teach you guys what we're learning through AI, as Tam said, and I don't know. Yeah, and cut.